Right, so gold down day yesterday. I didn't mind yesterday. Actually, I feel like the miners outperformed. They did. The miners outperformed. We'll check out the candlesticks later, but it's pretty obvious when you look at a daily candle of the miners against especially gold. But gold closed at low of day, lost the steep ascending support. Fine. Off we go to the next one. Taken that out so far today, but these are daily candles, so anything can happen. Next one, I've got something around 3,880. Very rough stuff. It's just this little bit of chop. There's no real clear support. The next clear support is going to be, and there's too far away. Gold is definitely going to bounce before then, but 3,750-ish. It's the same, like this little chop here is a bit like the chop here, and I can't see it too clearly, so I put it in the middle. You see what I mean? And so the next one I got something around 3,870 plus minus $20 or more. And then over here and then over there, whatever. Let's see. For me, nothing's changed. Reasons we've come down, purely technical momentum. It went from overbought to now. I don't even know. I haven't looked at the RSI, but it's not overbought. It's not oversold. I mean, it might be on the very, very short time frame, but I don't think people are watching that too much, right? I think it's going to go down. I think big buys are going to come in. We're going to see it, or there might be an event as a catalyst for a bottom. But for now, this is all healthy. And to be honest, it's just opportunity. I've been watching this go up as I have, whilst I didn't deploy everything. Obviously, it's wise not to deploy everything. I understand why I didn't do that. It's nice to have cash on the sidelines. And also, I've been able to add to other sectors, copper, critical metals, uranium, etc. The other commodities that have started to make a move in the last couple of weeks, if I can say that. But this move down, I welcome it. And I want to see the miners outperform on the way down. Obviously, you're going to have big drops like minus 6, 7% and some good stocks, but that's just opportunity. Nothing has changed. So let's see. Let gold do its thing. I want to see the miners sort of, and there are a few of them, just not down that much. I'd love that. I look at metallic just here, for example, down 1.7%. What's that? When you've got gold come down quite a lot. So at the beginning, I wasn't liking it because I was still looking at looking at selling or wanting to sell on the way up more and more. And I should have sold more, of course. But now it's starting to come down to a point where I'm looking forward to the drops. I'm not looking at my P&L anymore. I'm just looking to finally put in all that cash on the sidelines slowly, just slowly nibbling, constantly on the way down. Every time I see a Kaneko down 5, 6, 7%, all right, in a little, you know, 2, 3, 4%, just in across the board, doing the same thing with the best of the best. So let's let gold do its thing. Let's see what the miners do. And I'm actually more interested in silver because I think if silver can start to find support, that will help gold too. Silver hasn't even taken out yesterday's low of day. Silver outperformed gold yesterday, right? It actually had a bounce and closed within its steep ascending support. Now we're probably going to test yesterday's low of day. There was a bit of support there already, which is probably why it bounced there. It'll be support now whilst we test the lows. If we go lower, we are hitting what I think is the first real support because this is nice ascending support, but it's so steep when you zoom out, like, it's not difficult to break it. And this is pretty much the same level as the ascending support, right? I mean, the ascending support was around 46.5, and this is 46, not much difference when you really zoom out. But 44 is huge for me because, and if we violate 44, whatever, we'll go down maximum 40, which is quite a big damn drop. And what a buy that is. Sorry, we took out 50 bucks. We went to 54. The reasons we're going up are different from back then. Gold's made double its high from, you know what I mean? Like silver has, I still think silver wants to go way higher. And I think this is normal. You make a new high, you come down retrace, and then you make a newer high. It's higher, high, higher, low. 44 though was the last horizontal support since 50. All right. So 44 should be very strong support. If we go down there and bounce, then well, I'll be buying 44 in the silver stocks. But let's see. So far it's sort of 46 and 44. Those are the levels I'm watching. I'm not gonna look at anything below 44, but otherwise 40 is massive. Let's look at the miners straight away on the daily candle. You can see how much better that was. Decent bounce, and a lot of them almost closed. Some of them did actually, especially the miners. closed above Wednesday's low of day. You know what I mean? So they're trading higher than they were at the open on Wednesday. GDX, you can see it. It almost hit a bit of support. It's a bit of a messy chart, this one. What's that? Ah, yeah, the absolute high, the absolute all-time high from before GDX. That's kind of where we're starting to bounce. That's this level here. That's 68. Let's call it 68, right? Let's cheat a bit. So first level of support across the board for the miners is yesterday's low of day. All right, and I'm placing little buys there. I'm starting to feel the miners are wanting to find a bit of support. Even if gold goes lower, I don't think that necessarily means the miners go lower now. So there you go. For GDX, it's around 68. If we go lower, then fine, we're gonna hit support around 65. Yeah, that's right. I can just make that maybe a bit more precise later. So something like that. GDXJ, it's the same thing across the board. So look at that. It's closing near that Wednesday low of day. That's pretty good. Decent bounce. So yesterday's low, Monday's low of day will be a support level. If we go down, next level's not too far away. It looks nice. Much better than gold and even silver, you could say. SIL, really nice. Hit that little level, bounce, close around Wednesday's low of day. This we can move up. I mean, look, if you have one good day, and today we might be red a little bit in the morning, but if we start to go a bit green by the time we open, we're going to have a decent 2-3% bounce just on gold being unchanged. You could see the miners outperform on a little bounce, and it could be a little aggressive. And in the end, one up there, and you're trading all the way back to 70 or 69 is really your resistance on SIL, for example, and you're trading as high as you've been trading for several trading days, despite having the metals lower. So you're outperforming. So it's beautiful. Best case scenario for me is when the miners are green and the metals are red, actually. SILJ, very nice. Bounced on a little level of support and closed around Wednesday low of day. Again, one up day and you're already all the way up here. And if there's any follow through, you're closing gaps and you're pretty close to where you were. I think that's cool, really, despite the red all over the screen. Newmont. This one's come down maybe a bit more than some of the others because obviously the earnings, which apparently were bad, I thought they were record good earnings, just people were focusing on the bad, which was what, just some one-time expense thing, no problem. Newmont, I'm nibbling on all the best of the best. So the seniors, all the seniors, and then I think I am Gold, Equinox, the best of the mid tiers, and then the best silver stocks. Nibbles. This is what I do for for a living. I just nibble on the best of the best on the way down. I'm pretty good at that, especially if the price keeps going down. I'm keep nibbling. As long as the thesis is unchanged, we make new highs, which I think is the case. Nothing has changed. So Newmont down here, forgot where I bought Newmont. I forgot where I nibble on Newmont. But yeah, on a little level, bounce just like GDX. Fine. I think it's got several little levels. Wait, this one I don't understand. It must have come from the past. Okay, yeah, it was the last level before this big move up. Doesn't mean it's necessarily level there, but I'll remove it. No way it makes it all the way down here. That's anyway, I'll remove it anyway. But again, for me across the board, it's the same thing. Monday's low of day is your first level, and if we lose that, the next level should be very strong support. In the Newmont's case, extremely strong support. I would say 70, huge. Plus, it's hitting your ascending. It's not going to make it there. If it does, what a massive buy that is. I'll just let Newmont do its thing. And Kaneko Eagle hit a level of support, bounced, closed lower than Wednesday's low, yeah, that's for sure. So that's a bit weaker, but that's fine. This is probably the best miner on the planet. So this one I also bought. It's pretty close to its low of day, so I might not have a buy there, but I would love a flush. Generally, I'm looking to buy nibble again yesterday's low of day on the best of the best, except for Nico. And if we go down another level, then it should be very strong support. A lot of them are hitting their ascending support. A lot of them are hitting their ascending support, you know, on the next level down. That I'm definitely buying, and I'm probably gonna have a strong buy day that day. Barrack is a bit special because it's strong. It's trading clearly. above yet Wednesday's low of day, in some cases above several low of days of the last couple of trading days. You have a little bit of an up day in Barrick, and you're trading back in the high 32s, which is basically where we've been for weeks. So Barrick was actually weak during this period, and now it's just looking good. I don't know if it's this rumors about Newmont or something, a merger between them, and I think Barrick does better. I read something about that. No idea. Don't care too much because I own both, but Barrick is very, very strong. So this one I'm not even buying the drop because since it's come down so little and I've been buying kind of across the board, it's worth more than all the others except Pan America. Pan America is always worth more because it's merged with Mag Silver and I never sold that sort of part, that Mag Silver part. So, but otherwise, Barrick, I have no buys in for Barrick because it's just worth too much. Otherwise, the support levels would be there, 30 clear support, and if it lost that, then it'd be down here, 28.5. Let's check Pan America now, which is down a decent amount since its high. Already, I feel like it should have been 45, 50 at new all-time highs a long time ago. It wasn't. It's come down a decent amount. Another one that's sort of closed above Wednesday's low of day. It's on support, right? You can see that support still. And if it drops and loses Monday's low of day, we have a setting support. A lot of them have that. Very, very extra strong, extra strong. So I don't mind actually. It kind of would be ideal if we, and so far we're doing that, right? Gold and silver making, testing yesterday's low of days or making new lows. But I feel like you get those metals to drop a bit more, like another $50, another level. Silver goes towards 44. I would like that because then they hit very strong support. I feel like the miners would outperform on the way down whilst it's making this trip. And then the miners will hit really strong support, like ascending support. And it would all kind of fit into place. Silver at 44, the best of the best, at least miners, hitting ascending support. Gold just curls wherever it does. Whatever number it is, 3,850, 3,780, whatever it is, I don't even know. It doesn't even matter. And they all kind of curl and they have a strong bounce. And after 3 days, you're back up there. And then all the momentum starts to change after the bounce, as usual, sideways. And then there's some catalyst, whatever. Bam, up we go. And if you're testing old all-time highs across the board, you're going to make new highs, 5,000 gold, for example, probably come much faster than we think. So I'm starting to look for, at the beginning, like I said, I wasn't looking forward to the drop too much. I was looking at selling the pops. So when it comes all the way down, oh, great, I have to wait. And then when we start to flush, wasn't nice, buying very light. Now I'm in the mood to buy. So yeah, I'm looking forward to an extra drop. I want it now because I feel like strong support is there in the miners, at least the good ones. Wheaton hasn't come down too much. Again, this one, if we lose Monday's low of day, you got a little support there, a little support there. I don't know about ascending. We've lost ascending, but that doesn't matter at all. I think by default, if I see Wheaton down 4 5%, I'll just add something, couple $100 maybe. But where I'm willing to buy a bit more is Franco Nevada. Look at that support there, 180, nice number, clear resistance, boom breakout, and here we're hitting. So in this case, we close near yesterday's low of day. So if we start to go down 180, buy. If we go lower, very buy, very strong, ascending support. So Franco Nevada, I nibbled on yesterday because I thought maybe, who knows, we start to bounce and this 184 zone is 180 and it's the same thing. Today, if we can keep the redness, I really don't mind the redness. I'll be buying just above 180. And if we lose that, I'll be buying, I don't know, it's probably going to be around here, 174 or something. And then we'll see the bounce and looks good. Metalla hasn't come down that much, so I'm not buying. Plus, it's not a senior. I'm only looking to really buy the seniors. I think Tether have bought a stake into that. That's probably explaining why it's not come down that much. This should be down quite a lot. How can Metalla outperform the senior royalties or just the seniors in general? And it must be because of some news. And I think I heard something about Tether. So not buying this because it's too strong. Not angry at it for being strong either. Right, I am gold. So The miners I bought yesterday are the seniors that I went through. I think all of them. Yeah, all of them. So Newmont, Barrick, Agnico, Pan America, Wheaton, Franco, the usual six suspects. And then also IAM Gold and Equinox. For me, they are the two strong mid tiers, not the others, not B2 Gold, not Harmony, not Aris Mining, um, not S I know SBSW I did, but that's a different kind of stock. And then the silver stocks which I'll go to. But basically IAM Gold and Equinox are the mid tiers I bought. IAM Gold, very happy, forgot where I bought it, not low of day, but what a strong candle. Basically went to visit its next level, $11 apparently is what that is, and um and bounced real hard and closed near high of day. So that's different than the others. The others will close like middle of day roughly. So really strong. Had a big drop though, but closed really well, down 3% when gold was down two and a bit, was it? So outperforming clearly. Too many levels here. But yeah, so next I'm looking for levels on the way down. So 11 is obviously your level. After that, though, I tell you, it gets difficult to read. It gets pretty difficult. Probably here, 10.3. No, it's too close. I don't know. I'll leave it. When in doubt, leave it. I'll let GDX, gold, silver do the talking if we start losing 11. But it's quite a long way down to this next clear level of $9. So this one I'm not looking to buy too aggressively on the way down. But for the curl and the pump, this one I can count on. This one is pretty sensitive to the price of gold. Price of gold is really elevated, so I mean for its earnings. So I'm not worried about buying IAM gold. I'm just not in a hurry either. Very nice candle though. Equinox. Another one hits its level of support, bounces, close around middle of the day, close around Wednesday low of day. Good, okay candle, down 4%. It's totally acceptable for me. So ascending support, it doesn't have it. It's just too steep of a chart. It lost it a while ago. So after yesterday's low of day, 10.6, then we go zoom out. And I've got these levels, the old. So I left them in from the move on the way up. I got $9 after that. Next level up is here. Clearly see its support. So I'm going to leave it 950 and 9. Equinox should become a monster, an absolute long-term beauty of a hold. So if we start to come down and you can buy at 950 and 9, well, imagine you get that wrong and it goes down again. You're trading at levels where it was sort of consolidating, continuation pattern before the huge move up, before the was it the merger or whatever it did. I think you getting it at $8, what a massive steal. So I'm watching this one if we start to flush new levels. B2 Gold, honestly, haven't really looked at it. It's a stock that I just hold for the long term, the dividends. I think it eventually will go up, and that's what it's been doing. But it's not one that I'm adding to on the way down. I don't like this Mali jurisdiction thing. I'm just happy to hold it, and that's it. So no buys. What I would typically buy for B2 Gold, I'm going to buy on the others that I've just covered above. But I can see it's holding, it's ascending, which is actually quite good. Closed above Wednesday's low of day. It's actually not the weakest chart at all. It's actually one of the better ones. So that's impressive. But I'm just holding. I think eventually it'll just grind higher, grind to 760. And whilst I do that, it gives me a nice dividend. Next one, Harmony. This one is just something I bought because it was dropping when everything else was going up. It's actually come down a lot. I just don't want to buy it. I've bought what I have to, and I'm just going to hold. I think it will be one of the strongest bounces. This is a seriously strong bounce play, but I don't think we're there yet for the bounce. It's traded almost 30% lower. Here's my next level. Yeah. So 15, just around 1550. After that, Jesus, it's going to be a move down to probably here. There are lots of little levels. This one here, the low of this area. And then I do this low here. But that's if it goes there, then I'm buying. Forget about it. That's too much of a retracement. But already it's come down way more. Not as strong there on yesterday. Um, but just holding. Bit like BT Gold, just holding. Aris Mining. Another one that I'm not buying. This one came down quite a bit, right? 8.5%. But actually, it's still touching areas where it was. It's because it had real difficulty taking out 10. It did it. because we went crazy. It's come down quickly. But to be honest, since then, it's still trading around Wednesday low of day. It's not, it's okay. I'm just not buying. I just prefer to buy others. Just wondering if we've got some ascending support, something like that. Yeah. So again, next level, real strong around eight. Okay, at $8, I'm buying it. You can see it here. Huge breakout zone, retest plus ascending. Yeah, $8 I'd buy. But I'm just, no, there are better buys. I'd prefer to buy Newmont or Agnico or Franco because of their chart and because they've come down even more. So why buy Aris? But at $8, technically Aris's chart is just going to be very strong. SBSW, not really gold silver play when you've got palladium and platinum going crazy. Okay, yeah, this is a level. This is your breakout. It's retesting. $10. I nibbled yesterday just because of platinum palladium charts. I think is that why I bought. Now I can't even, some days I can't even do videos because I'm in critical minerals. I'm in lithium, copper, uranium, and I'm just going. I've got like 65, 70 stocks now. It's absolutely ridiculous. Some juniors. So when the market closes, I don't just look at gold and silver. I have to look at the others. But anyway, platinum palladium charts made me just nibble on this a little bit. But I'm quite certain that this could actually go lower to 9. But at 9, like many of the stocks we just looked at, you have strong horizontal support. It's a decent psychological number. But more importantly, you've got a nice ascending support. So $9, SPSW is very good. All right, silver. First, Majestic is doing okay, I feel. It's come down quite a lot. That's an okay close. So next level of support, keep it simple. I got down here. I think that makes sense. It's the low of this area. It's around 1150. Could visit that today if silver keeps flushing. And below that is what I think is very strong support. All right, you got little horizontal lines, that's nice, but this ascending area 11, and then you're in the tens, right? Now, the absolute breakout zone was 10. So if you're in the 1050 zone with ascending support, some horizontals, but also so close to breakout before silver started to go crazy, what a buy, especially if you think silver's going to turn around and go back up and test 50, which I think it's going to do. I think it's going to go higher. Huge buy. So we're not too far away, huh? If you're trading in the below 12s, you've only got one more dollar down to go. And it had quite a good candle close yesterday. So first Majestic, very nice. Let's check. Fortuna's over. I'm not going to check Fortuna. Let's check CDE. CDE has come down as it should. It should be very sensitive on the way down. 5% is okay. I think it was down 9 at one point. Closed around Wednesday low of day. Above its kind of mini horizontal level of support. Not bad. Level of support now is Monday's low of day. We lose that. It's quite hard to call. I don't know why I've got this level here. That's not really a level. No, I'm gonna delete it. That's just meaningless. It's like the middle of the zone. Yeah, yeah, no, I'm leave it. Silver is what will determine $44 silver. Wherever the CD is then, I buy that. But for now, it's got to lose Monday's low of day. But what a buy. Because CD up here, I wasn't buying on the drop, so I wasn't buying the dip. I was selling the move up, and I was, look how, that was ridiculous. Huh? It was ridiculous at the time. I should have sold more. Otherwise, we got this level. This is your breakout zone, 16. Oh, we're pretty close to that. That high there and that high there is pretty much where, yeah, that's exactly where we found support. Okay, so that's where it's finding support, basically on the last highs of 2016, 2016, and even here. Well, whatever. If we lose Monday's low of day, those are irrelevant. Down we go to no particular area. It depends on the silver. So I'll base CDE support on silver 44. But what a buy it would be because you know this one always goes up when silver goes up. So if silver starts to go up from wherever it finds support, whether it's today where it is or 44, and starts to go back up to 50, this thing is going to revisit its highs, real like guaranteed. That's what it does. It follows silver with a little rocket on its back. Heckler. Very nice. So again, close near Wednesday's low of day. Found a little support there. What was maybe resistance on that day? If we go lower, I've got this little area, fine by me. It's like 4 or 5 days where it found support there. If we go lower, then we give it room. Lost its ascending support. This one also I'd count a bit on silver for that, but there are a few more levels more easily identifiable than CD, that's for sure on the way down. Little horizontal levels, but otherwise silver 44, that's really what I'd be watching. How much has this one come down? I didn't see CD 20. Yeah, you could do a bit more. Yeah, so I did buy first Little Nibble, First Majestic, Little Nibble CD, Little Nibble Heckler, little things. Um, and then EXK also, which has come down after great news. So that's even better. This one I feel may outperform the others on the bounce if there's a bounce, and then eventually get sort of overtaken by CDE that always outperforms. But this one closed clearly above Wednesday's low of day, found support where it should. Imagine any up there, you're straight away back trading at the high of days of the last couple of trading days. So this is your little resistance for now, probably. Then you got the gap, like so many do. Get rid of the ascending. So we'll not look at resistance yet, just yet. Who knows? We could be surprised by today. But again, found support quite nearby, closed nicely, and lots of little levels on the way down. And what a buy! So again, another one where if you lose Monday's low of day, you've got strong support nearby. You've got this pre and post gap breakout zone, and you've probably got ascending support nearby. I'm kind of cheating. But there you go. I can't go through all of them because I got loads of juniors now too, but I'm not really adding the juniors. I think I've got a buy-in for Jag. I really want Jag. Probably around 531, isn't it? Something like that. Because that one is a really good company and the chart's strong. So, but just to clarify, I feel like the miners are outperforming the metals, even though some of them are down quite a lot. I think it's a massive opportunity. Nothing has changed. Buying here is good. I'm not going too high. I'm doing little nibbles until the chart becomes more obvious, until silver confirms support, gold confirms also. And then I may even buy two tranches in one day. Like one, your typical, we're moving down. And then two, either on the same day or 1 or 2 days later, but at the same price. I could buy twice at the same price just because I feel that extra confirmation that we're curling, we're bottoming, we're stabilizing. And then if we have a bounce and we move back up, it could be very violent. And what I'd probably do is sell a bit of what I bought. So everything that let's just use GDX. Actually, GDX too many lines. Let's use GDXJ. Too many lines. But if we start to move up, I may just nibble. So imagine what I bought, everything I bought so far. I could sell maybe 10% here, right? On the first decent bounce near your obvious resistance. We start to move up again, fill the gap, another 10%. Just 20% of what I bought in the last couple of days, not my core position. And if we go up again, oh my God, maybe another 10%. Then it's like, all right, I've sold a third of what I've bought on the drops of the nibbles. And now I hold the core position I've always held, plus 70% of what I bought on the way down, and then off we go to new highs. And why do I do those sales? In case we go back down again and we're actually going to go lower, at least I can buy back what I sold, etc., etc. So I think it's okay. I think it's opportunity. I'm still buying the best of the best. Gold is making new lows, which is what I need because I like to buy as cheap as possible. Let's see what happens. Good luck.